What's going on, everybody? We're still up in Wisconsin. We're gonna go get a telescopic telehandler. We're gonna deliver that down in Missouri. So we'll get some gas up here. Yeah, slept the night off. Let's just say the remaining hours. Should be able to go right in here this way. Top this off for our drive. Get the water out there. Alright, let's see. 602. Man, we're getting more expensive the further we get north. Why is that? What is up with the north and the cost of fuel? Alright, there we go. There goes our money. Our hard-earned money. Oh, did I say wrong way? But we're fine, we're jumping out. We didn't really see the other signs until we were already in there. I'm a rebel right now. I'm just a rebel kind of driver. Should be straightforward. Work ahead. Yeah, we got a green light. Love to see it. Green light. Oh, we're getting lucky today, folks. Should be on our right over here. See how they kind of got us set up to get into this one. Oh, this is kind of like a lot we were in already. Not the one we were in, obviously, but... Telescopic handler, there we go. Going to Maryville, Missouri. Not much money involved in it, but it gets us down to Missouri, which works for me. Get this swung over here. This barrel's gonna be a nuisance. Oh, missed a year there. Let's pop it over. There we go. Perfect. I'll get rid of that stream. Couple it and get a little screenshot action over here. That is a tight little park spot. I'm actually surprised on the other place we're at that was like this, that they didn't set us up to do that. Alright, let's get our mirrors back up, display back up, and let's get this show on the road. Should we grab that barrel? Oh yeah, no problem. Coming out the gate is usually where it's an issue with this one. There we go. And now we're gonna hit the lights. I knew that was gonna catch up to us at some point, right? And naturally went too far, so we'll pop out for a second and kind of see. We'll hop back in the cab once we get this rolling. This guy not gonna pay attention to the light. I guess you can turn right on red there, but still. get there. I don't think we're gonna get that lucky. So it wants us to stay in the right lane once we merge over here. Which I'm fine doing. So 635 miles. Gonna be a bit of a haul, which is crazy for the amount of money that we're making. Well, I'm missing out on this. But there wasn't really much. I mean, we would have to drive pretty far out of state to really get some decent contracts that pay well and distance-wise balance out. So sometimes you gotta take the contracts that you don't make a lot of money to get into a better hub. Because it's better to take one where you make some money than to drive all the way down to the hub and not make any money. Good speed limits. I like the ones that stay around 75, 80. Keeps it interesting. Good to merge. But yeah, how do you all feel that this has been going? Is my driving getting better? Is it progressively getting worse? Is it staying the same? I want you guys to be the version of the DOT and break it down for me. Do I keep my CDL? Do I lose my CDL? Something to consider. Right now we are headed northwest. So probably gonna hit a connector highway at some point and head south. Is what I'm assuming. Device components. 65 through here, which is interesting because that smaller section was 75. But I guess technically that was probably a main highway or freeway compared to this is, 3 lanes, but a road less traveled. No, joking aside, I'm sure this is just the way they got things set up here. Let's say it's going to be a 10-hour haul. So we must be going down some slow roads at some point. So I feel like when we went 500 something miles, it was to get up to where we were in Green Bay. It was half that time. So we'll stay right around speed right now. See what we can cut out of this. Maybe we'll try to grab a screenshot up here. These other trucks. It says I'm going to get in there at 1:52 a.m. So yeah, it's a long haul for what, 17 grand. So over here, let's get another screenshot. As I look to the button to hit my screenshot. I think the sensitivity does change when you're driving this. Get back in the cab. That was wild and risky, one would say. We got a few screenshots there. Yeah, the wheel sensitivity seems to change when I change the view, which is kind of interesting. I haven't really put that together until now. But hey, we were swerving, but we didn't hit anybody, so that's the positive there, right? So We're actually in 75 miles per hour zone now, so let's bump this up. Try to cut off as much time as we can without fully being illegal. I wish the radio on this could be royalty free, so you could have the music playing a little bit while you're recording for YouTube. Unfortunately, that's just not the way it works, and you will definitely get hit with some DCAs. Which is the same in Farming Simulator, I learned. Just because the radio does play actual music, which is interesting, but I guess they do pull it through like an XM style. That's how Giants avoids it. Assuming SCS software probably does the same. So we're headed west now. Kinda interested to see when we're gonna all of a sudden shoot off down southern way. It's not too heavy of a load either, so we're pretty well off. I'm sure we'll have to stop at a few truck stops or checkpoints. Or way stations, as they're called. I don't know why I'm just throwing in extra names there, but we are on the open road is what it seems like here. 3 lanes, quite a while so far. We've already gone over 100 miles. I'm just gonna keep an eye up, open up here. Now we'll start to see some changes, I think. Let's see where we're at. Minneapolis, Milwaukee. Just hope it's not as crazy as the last video getting up to Green Bay. I mean, just getting sent in loops by GPS. Wall. We went towards Minneapolis, Minnesota. Be interesting if we can somehow make this trip work with not needing rest, but again, it was 10 hours, so I don't foresee that happening. We've cut a big chunk of time off already, which is interesting. Which sometimes I think the GPS gives us a weird route initially, and then kind of like chops it down based on our progress. Find some better routes or something. We're back down to 65, so let's bring it down to about 74, 75. Just don't want to be too far over, because then that'll turn into a bunch of fines and speeding tickets and, license issues maybe. Let's just avoid that. It's kind of like a nice scenic look in a way. It's just different to see how these trees kind of like spread out like this, where in other locations are very dense or it's just open farm fields. So it's kind of nice. But as much as I like seeing some of the names of businesses and buildings in the cities on this game, I do kind of enjoy, just seeing the different open scenic opportunities. Let's see what we got coming up here on the signs. We are in Minnesota. Welcome to Minnesota. Do they hit me with a... Oh, we're gonna merge. We up here. Any of them gonna merge up? He is not going to merge up. Cut that one tight. Waste management truck. And now we'll head south. Can we blow the doors off this guy? I think we can. Go right back up to speed and rolling south. Coming up on the halfway point of this trip, miles wise. And so we got another junction to work through. I don't think we want to go to Duluth, we want to go to Des Moines. Bumper right there, but nothing that can't be navigated. Definitely a bumpy little ramp area. We're still headed south though, so we're good. We're 35, I think, south, right? Sure, that's what I just saw. 60 speed limit, Des Moines, 235. Kind of gives us an idea how much we got to go. I mean, we know down below it's 330, but as far as time there, it's good to see it on the big signs, not just the GPS. About 75 here. Lights on, right? Yeah, we do. Just make sure. I was getting a lot of violations in the beginning for that. This series. If anybody had noticed, that was our primary penalty. Behind us. Probably should be turning on the turn signal, but hey, it is what it is. Not too many blind spots on this truck right now. The trailer I have and everything, so. Yeah, so we're heading southeast, south a little bit. It's getting darker. 8 p.m. Halfway there, 300 miles in the bag. And they give us a pretty nice spot to park this, and it's a nice lot. We haven't really seen any impressive lots yet that really give us the wiggle room. So just pull in there and back up and call it a day. Nice little sunset in our back mirror right now. Or rear mirror, I should say. Starting to see the stars in front of us. We're headed south, which is interesting that the south is actually looking darker. The sun already set there. Figured more east-west dynamic, but through Alberta. South. We're trying to get to Mizzou. Home of the Tigers. You'll notice when I'm driving, it probably makes some references to college football more than it will NFL or other sports teams, but I just find college football more interesting to watch. Seems to be a lot more pride in the game sometimes, even though there's games that, you know, end up very lopsided as well. I want to say we're going to have to switch over to one other highway before we get there. I was looking at the GPS and the full navigation map originally, so we'll just have to keep an eye out for that. Essentially, I think all we're doing is just jumping over one. I don't think we take the 35 all the way down, but I could be wrong. Would not be the first time. Caffeine in me and keep this rolling. We'll cut the time down and deliver before 1 a.m. if we can make it there without needing rest and all that, which actually right now, to be honest with you, probably gonna jinx it, but we actually look better rest-wise than what we did on that trip to Green Bay, having to make that loop, run the accident, and all that, which is kind of interesting. I guess through this section, we just picked up enough speed and time to work it through. And here's a highway patrol. Will he tag us? We are 10 over. Yep, there it is. What's funny is it was 70 and it just changed to 65 right before we saw him. But you know what? We paid the fine. Let's keep it rolling. Taking a drink of the caffeine there. So that was quite interesting. It changed right as we got near the highway patrol. Just gotta keep an eye on, make sure we don't run into anymore. Well, I called it. I was my own worst enemy there. I predicted it'd probably get a speeding ticket at some point. Should have brought it down to about 8 miles per hour over. Probably not safe. timing-wise, I think we're gonna be pretty good on this, as long as we don't run into any accident scenes or anything like that turn us around or detours. Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones. Wants us to be over in this lane. Alright. I swear there's still one more highway we have to hop onto though. Maybe I'm just losing my mind out here. Putting on all these miles. Getting highways mixed up. There's Des Moines. We're back up to 75 miles per hour through here, which is wild. This is where it should slow down, and there it is. Alright, now we gotta lay off a little bit. Drop it to about 60. I knew we were gonna see a speed change at some point. I'm like, we're inside city limits. Sounds so steady when you're in cruise control and you're going 60 miles per hour, but the moment you go up to like 65, it sounds like you're running full bore. I don't want to see the speed limit go back up now. Looks like the speed limit's going to hold at 55 for quite a while. Which is funny, because see how it says 75 on the other screen? There it goes. Interesting. So our other GPS screen, the actual one that's on the dash, is showing 75 well in advance. Probably about 100 miles to go. Like I said, I thought it was something around southwest right now, which is what we should be doing, but I thought there was another highway. It's right at the end. Because actually, you know what? 35 might actually take us into Missouri. Under 100 miles to go, though. An hour and a half. If we could have got this under midnight delivery, would have been impressive. Sorry about that. Bumped the mic there. Oh, no, here we go. Here we go. Never fails. Accident. That's the only thing we can go by, though. Ooh, bad accident. At least that one didn't detour us. So I can live with that, I suppose. Even though I don't think that person in that car survived. That is a brutal accident. then it dropped to 70 again. We got 50 miles to go. We dropped that delivery estimated time of arrival to 12:19 a.m., which is pretty impressive. I think we're going to be able to do this. Swing over here because we got to merge off the highway, folks. There's a lot of cattle contracts yet out here. Will there be some that want to take you south? They might be limited to Nebraska and Texas, though. Again. So this is the 136. Trying to get it down to about 77 miles per hour. There we go. Yeah, I know. Still over the speed limit, but I think that's a safe speed. This must have been where I saw us taking a different route. So we'll make it without needing to get rest, which worked out nicely as we are just about here. Maryville, Mizzou. Ooh, another big little ramp there. So that was a garage shop back there. I see cop lights again. Oh, did we just miss it? Next question is, we get through the gears here. Gonna do something a little illegal. Because my GPS was a little thrown off there. So thanks to this guy for giving us some room to make this pivot illegally. But with that I set it there, that'll be my excuse, that we can't go that way anyway. I'm always doing something out of the norm when it comes to delivering. Oh, let's see what we got here. Says right over in there, huh? It's pretty straightforward. Head towards the red flag. Question is, I going this way? Yeah, let's go this way. Whoop. her up. We didn't see that. Everybody looked the other way. Trying to get as wide as I can here. Apparently that was too wide. Is it gonna be one of those? It is. I'm definitely not touching that. I can see it in the mirror. See what I'm saying? I'm looking in the other mirror, and I am not even coming close to that. So. See if we can make this one work this time. Little planter up there. These little barriers that are the problem. Did I clear the tool bench? I did. Alright, that was a little sloppier than planned. But what do you expect when you're driving with Farmer Taz? Now, let's straighten it up a little bit. Those barriers did no damage to that, which was interesting. Alright. And there it is, folks. It is delivered. Well, we scraped that pretty good right there. That barrier, unfortunately. But, let's go from the truck. I don't see any noticeable damage. I don't see any yellow stripes. So I'd say we're good. Thanks for watching. Until next time, Farmer Taz out.